Salam and peace, you got your partner Puka Doodle Squad, better known as AAWRS1. Dig it? With the camp stories again, y'all know me. I have to make some corrections, of course. So I think I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna go back a little bit further because I know I left you guys with the training when I actually made it into PT. But there's a lot of stuff that happened before I made it into PT, and a lot of people went to PT before me that I actually kicked it with. So let me do it like this. Two more Lincoln Park cats came into the dorm. One big, tall, light-skinned brother, and another brother about my complexion, a little bit darker, shorter than me. I can't remember his name, but he was cool. Both of the brothers was cool. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the young G is still there, and then Harun is there. You know what I mean? So they what? 1, 2, 3, 4. They 5 deep up in there. You know what I mean? And the big light-skinned one that came in, the youngster, he was cool too. Me and him was real cool. We used to talk a lot. But he just had a problem with the police. You know what I mean? Because he had got in trouble on the yard. Right? And I remember they brought him in, and the young G, like, put him on restriction. Because, you know, that happens. And I told y'all that before. We did that to the Somalian brother, the one who I got the Quran from. We put him on a bunk restriction. We was in the county, right? So the young G from the park, he did the same thing with the youngster. You know what I mean? Because he trying to keep him from getting into a car wreck, right? He was straight playing the crash dummy. I saw him clown some police before. You know what I mean? And he told me too, flat out. He said, "Man, I hate, the motherfucking police." You know what I'm saying? And he had went through some instances with the police, and that's why the young man had his attitude like that, right? And I used to tell him, I used to be like, "Man, come on, man, you got to get through this, man. You know what I mean? You cool, but you can only tell somebody so much, right?" So anyway, the young G put him on restriction, had him up in the dorm. Now, he gets a job in there too. So it's me, him, we porters, and this cat out of, where was old damn Jay from? His mama was Muslim, and I ain't gonna say his last name. Damn. Because when I heard his last name, I went, "Are you Muslim?" He said, "Nah, my mother is." You know what I mean? And I was like, but you know how to dial wall with certain people. You know when to give somebody some, and sometimes you know when not to. Sometimes you may go overboard with giving certain people stuff. And when you find that means the person's ear is burning. That means that they committed some crimes. They want to hear what you're talking about. Anyway, me and OJ was cool. He showed me some pictures of his mama too. She was dark skinned and had her hijab on, And he's from out of the area that's close to Jamestown. Damn. Look, y'all, let me tell y'all this first. I gotta go all the way back. This was I got there around 97, I think it was, 97, 98. So I'm telling y'all all this going through the year 2000 with the Y2K. I was in there at the year 2000 with all those cats, okay? So the young brother comes in there, 2 more parksters come in there. We all kicking it. See, because I want to tell y'all basically how we was living in there too, our environment. And we got the Norteños in there, right? Our environment was cool. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no kids up in there. Everybody was mature. Our dorm stayed clean. And we used to watch movies and stuff together. We used to have movie nights, everything. You know what I mean? The young G be like, "Yeah, man, there's this movie coming on, boom, 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 I'm gonna throw a spray." And we be like, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? Then everybody that did have a little something, they would contribute. But they didn't really have to because, he had it like that. But he would sit there like damn near all day, hooking up a spread, for the night. And we would all pull our chairs up. Man, we had a cool dorm, I'm telling you. We used to watch movies together, drink coffee together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own little section, though. White boys, had their bunks over there. Norteños had their bunks with us. You know what I'm saying? But we had harmony in there. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't no fights in there. I didn't even see nobody with no alcohol in there. You know what I mean? I didn't see nobody with no alcohol. But I can't say this though. Yeah, it was dank up in there. Yeah, it was. It was dank on the whole yard. So you know what? Whenever there's dank anywhere, it's on the whole yard. And I ain't talking about no cheap stuff because we up north. And, you know what I'm saying? Where it's dozier, right? And that was cool. And I forgot to tell y'all, they did have the intercom shot in there because it wasn't like they wasn't listening to us. You know, so, you know, if you was getting your ass whooped or whatever, you know, you could do that button and then do the, you know, the towel or whatever, the t-shirt. So I wanted to tell y'all about that. We all used to sit together, black, white, you know what I'm saying, the Norteños, we all together watching the flicks, grubbing, you know what I mean? And the young light-skinned brother that didn't like the police, I'm gonna go a little bit fast because I'll be holding y'all hostage. And my memory is kind of shot because it's so long ago. Look how many years that is, man. Like 26 years, man, you know? And all my brain cells ain't there. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, boom. The young brother got into it on the yard, man. They had to roll him up off the yard, man. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? But he brought that shit on himself. You know what I mean? You can't bring heat on the homies. You know what I'm saying? And they had that shit locked. You know what I mean? So, you know, hey, that youngster wasn't going to let nothing get down with his program, and that's how it's supposed to go. And he gave the brother a chance. You know what I mean? He's like, man, just stay off the yard for a couple days, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? Go back on the yard, boom, 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 don't even trip off of him, you know, he go back, boom, he go back, he start right back again. So, you know, hard head make it soft fast. Y'all ever heard that before? That's one of those mama sayings, mom and daddy sayings. Hard head make a soft fast, right? Whoop, they got his ass up out of there. Okay, now, when I was telling y'all about them putting me in the dorm with the crip dorm and everything, now when I was going with the bullshit ass, punk ass torpedo police up there that was setting the Norteños up and setting brothers up, right? The young G that I was telling y'all about that was in the crip dorm, right? He was running the dorm. He was on the yard at that time, but I didn't know it, right? See, this is the part I didn't tell y'all because I forgot about it and then it came back to me. So, when we came back on the yard that night, I saw him, right? And he was like, ah, what's happening? And I said, what's up, man? He said, man, I see you got into it with, what was the name? Rodriguez or some shit I told y'all. I can't remember it now. Anyway, he said, yeah, I saw you got into it with that fool, man. I said, yeah, man, that fool tried to put me in the dorm over there, whoop-de-whoop. You know I'm living in the blood dorm, man, even though I'm not affiliated. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, you know I'm in that dorm. Ain't shit gonna happen to you in that dorm. I said, yeah. Why you in there? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna nothing happen to me when you in there. But shit, when I'm in there working, you ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, nah. You know how you know, it's just certain stuff you just don't do. You know, so if you try to class, like I told dude, you can try to class me as a blood fool. I ain't no damn gang member. You know what I mean? I'm a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? To the best of my ability. And that brings me a long way from what I was. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, hey, it's a miracle for me to be just even believing in something as strong as I believed in. Just to try to strive for a belief. You know? I dumped that Christianity. Whoop, I ain't never strived for nothing harder than this Islam. I'm serious. You know what I mean? And I'm not the best at it. I'm just me. And whatever bit of the thing he go give me, that's it. From where I'm visualing that right now, that's it. You know what I mean? And that's better than not having none. You know what I mean? So, you know, okay, boom. All right. The two brothers that come in from the park, right? The one brother, boom, he gone. Now, the other brother come in. Now, these cats come in after me. He came in after me. I want to correct that. Harun came in after me. They all get recycled. They all go before me to PT, right? This fool, the other youngster from the park, he goes before me. Come back, some fires kick off, right? His crew get called on a fire, right? And he's still in PT training because they needed extra people. You know what I mean? They needed more crews. It was a big fire. So it was around 2000. So, you know, you want to just research some fires around Jamestown around the year 2000, 99, you know what I'm saying, 2001, 98, yeah, he went on the fires right there. I was hot, because that's a paycheck. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, he had already went through, he had got there after me, went to PT, then went to scholastic training, because I used to ask him questions. He used to tell me about the tests, you know what I mean, and what might be on there, what's on there and stuff. And then he went through the training with the tools and stuff, right? And then I'm still there, right? These fools doing all this before me. Then I finally started catching up with him after the white dude, pulled my coat and said, boom. I want to say another thing about him. Every time they had classifications, you would always see, he would always be like this, standing up against the wall with his foot on the wall. He had that little hat, bent over like that, right? He was funny as hell. He had that little hat right there. He used to be over there hustling. I'm telling you, you just see cats coming over there talking to him. You know what I mean? Hey, he had some juice. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you something else that he did. Remember, I already told y'all, he said to me, he said, okay, I'm going to try and get you close to Dago life, right? And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We stayed away from the suckers that was Islam. I want to correct that too. There's not a masjid in prison. It's called a musalla, a prayer place. You can't have no masjid in prison. So forgive me for saying that. I had ducks to go over there basically all week. And I believe the clerk ended up transferring from the 2-yard to our yard on the 1 yard. And then, no, I take that back. He was still on the 2 yard, right? Over there at that masala, they had so many books, the tafsir books. That's how I read a lot of stuff, right? I read a lot of tafsir. I mean, that place was cool. They had a gang of videos, you know what I mean? And y'all know me, people don't want to be around me anyway. Now listening, so boom. I used to be over there by myself, chilling, and it felt good just to have some peace, to be by yourself. I used to be over there sometime by myself, just watching videos and reading Quran, sometimes just making sunnahs. Boom. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes I go up in there, I don't watch no video, nothing. I just make sunnahs. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Two at a piece. Just make sunnahs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing to be able to do that, man. I'm in prison. Right? Boom. I think I'm going to cut y'all loose with this one. I'm going to cut this one pretty short. Because I still got a lot of stuff to talk about. I got to bring y'all back to when, boom, I already told y'all how I got the thing. And then when I ran the mile. And then how me and the white dude was working out together. And we had brothers working out. We had a nice crew, you know what I mean, that worked out together. So inshallah, when I come back, I'm going to get into that. So basically, this was like me just a correction video. There's some stuff that's going on. There's a riot that I need to talk about. And then there's the torpedoes that get fired that I need to talk about from the Soreños and the Norteños. You know what I'm saying? So, those are 3 big things that happened there. And inshallah, on those third things, I'm going to come in with my little stuff about the get out of... No. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Y'all know me. I'm just talking. Right? But I know I'm going to talk, inshallah. I know I'm going to talk about those 3 things. And then, inshallah, boom, I'm going to go into my experience with the scholastic. And then with getting the tools. And then going on. And then I'm going to take y'all all the way through, man. Inshallah, till I parole. So, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, man. Inshallah, you guys are tuned in. Big ups to my new subscribers. Big ups to those of you who check me out regularly. Big ups to those of you who check me out every now and again. Big ups to y'all who's on the fence. Hey, come on. Come on and do it, man. Y'all see your brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, it's just like, I don't try to have no pride or nothing. You know what I mean? I got to rely on Allah. But hell, I need to rely on you guys too to do this here. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But I'm so Sprung Johnson. You know what I mean? I just like doing it. And Allah's blessed me to be able to do it. So I do it in my own capacity with my own janky little videos and misspelled words and forgetting about what the hell I'm talking about. That's what's so cool about creating your own material, because it's yours. And inshallah, people that watch you, they appreciate it because it's yours. And inshallah, you guys will see that I'm genuine in what I say and with what I do. You feel me? And I don't try to put nobody on Front Street, just like when I talk about the gangsters and all that, I don't want to put them on no Front Street. I'm trying to give them their proper respect. You see what I'm saying? And inshallah, they will feel that and be like, okay, alhamdulillah, he represented me like he was supposed to, without giving up too much. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, you got your partner, Puka Duty Squad, better than us, AWS, one day, y'all know what to do, go ahead and do it. Salam, peace, remain blessed, you and your families. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be, y'all know me, what, 5? But I'm on now 4. Yeah, which I think will be 5. 4. Whichever. Just come back. Check a brother out. Salam and peace, remain blessed, you and your family.